Hi, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update with some things. So, if you were not aware, back in August, I was working on my mind map with myself, and nutrition popped up for me. And then it took me to basically dietary needs, or diet, I forget what it is, but essentially, I eventually muscle tested that I needed to start to do another Whole30. So I did a Whole30 back in 2018, I think, or 17, one of those, I forget. Anyways, I did a Whole30 and it was good. I did not do the reintroduction properly though, so that's different this time. And then I attempted to do another Whole30 a couple of times, but I never could quite do the whole 30 days. So as I was working on my mind map in August, I was starting to do some releasing, and there were quite a few things that were holding me back. So a lot of my journey there's been like a discipline issue, and you know, sticking with it, staying committed, because I could say that I wanted to, you know, go work out tomorrow, or I wanted, or I'd say like, you know, I'm gonna make a plan and I'm gonna be great, you know, food prep's gonna be super easy and I like to cook and blah blah blah. But there just was something holding me back that wasn't letting me fulfill my commitment to myself. So, and I don't remember everything that it was, but a lot of it had to do with fear, had a lot to do, I think I had to release a couple of body image thoughts, and there were some other things that I don't recall, but I had to release a lot of those things before I could even believe that I could do this. So when I was muscle testing and releasing all of the things, and it came to nutrition and told me to do Whole30, I was like, okay, I can do that. I can do Whole30 because I like Whole30. I feel good when I'm on Whole30. So I started testing. Okay, so I'll do Whole30 for 30 days. No. Okay, I'll do Whole30 for 45 days. No. I'll do Whole30 for 60 days. No. I'll do Whole30 for 90 days. Yes. So eating Whole30 for 90 days was very daunting, but for some reason in my heart and my spirit, I felt like I could do it. Like the Whole30 that I did before was probably the longest I'd ever done any sort of like dietary sort of thing for that long of a time. And to do it for 90 days was a lot. But I prayed and I really felt like I was supposed to. So I started testing like when to start, how, you know, all that stuff. So I'm currently in the reintroduction phase. So I have done the whole 90 days. So my 90th day was Friday the 13th. And it went well. I didn't cheat once. I really only ate out, like maybe 5 times in the whole, maybe like 7. Not a lot, not compared to how I used to eat out pretty much twice a day, every day. But also there's just not a whole lot of places to eat, especially in my town that are Whole30. Basically, I can go to Chipotle. I can go to Chipotle and Zoe's, and anywhere else I just didn't go. I just ate at home a lot, which was actually one of my goals. I have this list up here on my wall of like second half of 2020 vision, and one of them talks about meal prep, and then another one just talks about like eating at home more, and some other things that are somewhat relevant, but not right now. But So I have done the 90 days, and I think today is day 93. So on Saturday morning, I decided to weigh myself and officially break my whole 100, my whole 90. I've been calling it my whole 100 because to me it's a whole process, not just the 30 days, but I understand like the reasoning and stuff. But I also just think it sounds cooler when I say whole 100. Anyways, but when you weigh yourself or eat a food that is not whole 30 is when you break that fast. So I weighed myself Saturday morning before I had anything to eat. And guys, the last time I weighed, I was 310 pounds. I didn't weigh exactly before I started, so there could have been a chance I may have lost a little bit of weight before I had started, but for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna say I started at 310 because that was the last time I weighed myself. When I got on the scale on Saturday, it said 257. I lost 53 pounds in 90 days. I was shook. Like I just expected to maybe get under 300. Maybe like 290 at the most. I honestly didn't really think about it, but if I had thought about it, it probably would have been like that. Like, okay, maybe like 20 pounds. Because when I did Whole30 the first time, I did lose 20 pounds. Y'all, 53 pounds in 90 days. That's a lot. I mean, obviously, like I was eating, like I ate food. I never deprived myself, and I was full, very satisfied, enjoyed what I ate, all of the things. But I never imagined losing that much. That's just crazy. So there's that. Another thing that happened while I started doing Whole30 and after doing a lot of releasing, I incorporated exercise. Back in March, tried to start a daily burn subscription or like do the free trial or whatever. And they have a true beginner workout program. So I did that for a couple of days, but I just didn't stick with it because eventually my back was hurting and I went to the chiropractor and I told my chiropractor like, oh, I started working out, but it hurt my back. So I'm gonna rest it. And then I just never worked out again. Well, so the True Beginner program is an 8-week program. And when I started, there would have been 8 weeks until my sister's wedding. So I just started my 5th week of doing this workout program. Now, the last time that I was any sort of consistent with working out, I was a senior in high school. A senior. And I only did it because of I needed a PE credit. And at the time, my town had a Curves gym, which I actually really liked because it's an all women, all female gym. And I like that you work in stations. And anyway, something was released off of me and something has clicked to where there's no excuses. Like, I have to treat my body with respect. I have to work out. I have to eat clean. And not just because I need to lose weight, but because I love myself. I love my body. I want to live a long time. I want to stay healthy. Also, side note, haven't been sick once this whole pandemic. Knock on wood. But just saying. Eating healthy, taking my supplements. Now I'm incorporating working out, doing all of the things that medical professionals don't advocate first. Well, they might, I don't know. Most of the time they're pushing other things, but that's beside the point. But I'm doing all these things and I feel great. And I look good. I mean, obviously the phone is angled some, so you still get the slimming feature, and there's still the double chin there, but it's not nearly as bad. Like, I looked at a picture from June, or I screenshot myself doing an Instagram stories that I had kept in my highlights, and just the difference in my face. Back in June, I was so puffy. It's crazy. I'll have to find it. So yeah, so I've started working out, and I'm halfway done with this program. So that's probably contributed some. And it's just, I mean, I'm a true beginner. So it's not like it's, you know, high intense all the time or anything. Sometimes it's really gentle, but I'm still moving my body. My heart rate's getting up. Like, I'm practicing. I'm starting with the little things, and then I'll move on to the, you know, the more intense workouts. But the third thing I wanted to share, which is really exciting, but also might be some TMI, so if you're a little sensitive to bodily things, just keep your eyes peeled, I guess, or whatever. So I have PCOS, and which is polyovarian syndrome, POCS. And I was unofficially diagnosed at 17, and then officially diagnosed at like 24, I think. And really haven't had a period in probably 10 years. Now, last year, I tried the Nurx app, which offers birth control and all that stuff, just because I wanted to try it. I had insurance at the time and health insurance through school, and wanted to just try it out, see if it helped. So I got back on the pill. I had been on the pill for a while, like in early college. But yeah, but my periods were never regular. Never had one naturally well, I did like in high school, but anyway, that's not the point. So, but I haven't been on birth control since last September, September 2019, and I haven't had a period until yesterday. Lost 53 pounds, started working out, got my period naturally after years. Something's working. Obviously, it's not all, you know, releasing the energy and everything. That contributed a lot. There was a lot of mindset shifts that had to happen in order for me to be successful at this. Plus, I planned a lot. Mindset shift and planning, I think, are probably going to be your two big things. Obviously I'm not finished with my Whole100, but in my journal before I weighed, I wanted to write down all of the different things that I have learned so far. I don't remember all of them because there were a lot, but yeah, there's a lot that I've learned. Things that were not more important than weight, but my weight is not everything. The things that I've learned, I'll carry throughout the rest of my life. and I'll be able to make better food choices, all of those things. And I can talk for 15 minutes. That's great. So Whole30 is not going to be for everybody. Talk to your doctor, talk to your dietitian, pray. But if you're looking to make any sort of change and there's something hindering you and you know it, but you don't know what it is, that I can help with. So God's good. There's just been a lot. It's been a lot of good stuff happening. I'm not entirely sure how to end this video, but but yeah, I did Whole100. Working on the reintroduction phase. I will be done by Thanksgiving. I do plan to do kind of a paleo version for myself for Thanksgiving. Just so that I don't undo all of this progress and like totally feel like crap the next day. But I still want to be able to enjoy all of my favorite foods on Thanksgiving, but in a way that is good for my body and isn't full of sugar and chemicals and crap and stuff. And yeah, so that'll be good. I will probably continue eating Whole30/paleo post Whole100 with food freedom to eat whatever, if I go out to restaurants with my friends, like not be restricted. But if I'm eating at home more, then I will, and even when I do eat out with friends, I still make better choices than I would in the past, but we'll see. But if I want ice cream, I know it's going to hurt my belly, but that's a risk I can take once I'm finished. Or I could just not eat ice cream with my friends and have coconut milk ice cream. Who knows? Anyways, I would really like to help you. I've seen so much success in my own life. And I've seen success in my other clients' lives so far. It's just so cool to like watch you do your own work and then seeing the fruit of stuff. Like last year, I would never have ever worked out. I would never have been able to do 90 days eating clean. Never. Even if I wanted to. But there was something blocking. I wish I had taken notes for myself because that would have been really helpful, but I didn't, so sorry. And I'm not saying that you'll have the same, success that I have had, but gotta start somewhere. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're not sure, what to do next, I can help. I don't have all the answers, but I can help you find the answers. I can help you find healing and peace and joy. And that's all I want. I want to serve you. I want to see you succeed. So I'm hopefully going to end this before it hits 20 minutes. But if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please don't hesitate to message me. I'd love to serve you. I love you guys.